Okay, so this here is a quick review of the lovely Chinese master cylinder for my front brake. This one here is installed on a 1986 KLR 600. And here it is in all its glory. This was about $35 for a pair of them. I got a clutch and brake master cylinder. And they come with, anodized caps and a remote reservoir. Pretty easy to mount. It's got reasonable brake feel. This here broke because, well, this is a dual sport bike, and I took it onto some trails and stuffed it into the dirt a few times. Well, it's just aluminum, so that's kind of expected. The other thing I found I had to do with it was because all this here is a bit sloppy. I put this nut in, and that gave me enough push on the piston to actually get some brake pressure out of it. But if anybody of you out there knows a KLR, you know that their brakes are pretty crummy stock, and this didn't really hurt, didn't really help. They were brakes. And considering at the time the best replacement for the stock brakes was going to be a rebuild kit, which didn't cover all the parts I was going to need, and that was about 50 bucks. And I had another bike I was working on. I figured, you know what, I'll give the Chinese ones a day in court. And honestly, they're not that bad. I wouldn't use it in a performance application, and I certainly wouldn't, want to race with it or rely on it for a long time, especially since over time this pin arrangement here got a lot sloppier, and now it's got to the point where I would consider it to be just flat out unsafe. So I'm going to go ahead and replace it with this guy here, assembled in California, probably with Chinese parts, I don't know, but it looks identical to the stock Kawasaki unit, and it was $45, I think. So that's a pretty tough deal to pass up, especially since it plugs right in, and it's basically a stock lever and master cylinder all in one. So that's that. Later.